Welcome back, students. Today we are going to start with chapter 2, Accounts of Not-for-Profit Organizations. Before we start, let us know what is meant by not-for-profit organization. As the title suggests, not for profit. So some organizations that are established with a purpose of rendering services to the public without any profit motive are called not-for-profit organization, mainly created for the promotion of art, culture, education, sports, come under this not-for-profit organization. So example for not-for-profit organizations: charitable institutions, cultural societies, sports and recreation clubs, hospitals, libraries. Now, how do they raise funds for not-for-profit organization? In a normal business organization, we have capital, the amount which is invested by the owner. It can be a sole trader or a partnership. In a partnership firm, we have the partners, and in a company form of organization, we have the shareholders who contribute towards the capital. For not-for-profit organizations, they raise funds through donations. So donations received, then grants from the government, subscription from members, legacies. So these are some of the sources of raising of funds under these organizations. So final accounts. So we always prepare final accounts at the end of the accounting year. In case of business organization, we used to prepare trading account, profit and loss account and balance sheet. For not-for-profit organizations which are registered under the section 8 of the Indian Companies Act of 2013, they are prescribed to prepare the receipts and payment account, income and expenditure account and balance sheet as per the schedule 3 of the Indian Companies Act of 2013. More or less the same. Trading account will be prepared in case of business organizations, whereas we prepare the receipts and payments account in case of not-for-profit organization. And instead of profit and loss account, here we have the income and expenditure account under the not-for-profit organization. And the third part of the final account, balance sheet, is prepared for both business organizations as well as not-for-profit organization. Now let us move on to the first part, receipts and payment account. So it is just like our cash book. So it is a summary of cash and bank transactions of the not-for-profit organization prepared at the end of each financial year. So it is a real account in nature. So it starts with the opening balance of cash and bank and ends with the closing balance of cash and bank. So we will first start with the opening balance of cash and bank, and at last we will arrive at the closing balance. Now all cash receipts will be shown on the debit side and all cash payments on the credit side. As we all know, cash, opening balance of cash is always shown on the debit side. In case of cash at bank, if it is a favorable balance, it will be shown on the debit side. If it is an unfavorable balance, which means bank overdraft, opening of this bank overdraft will be shown on the credit side. Non-cash items are not shown in the receipts and payments account. So what are these non-cash items? Depreciation, we all know. When there is a gradual and permanent decrease in the value of fixed asset, you call it as depreciation. So depreciation comes under non-cash item. Now outstanding expenses. Expenses which are not yet paid, you call them as outstanding expenses. They come under this non-cash item. Then accrued income. Interest yet to be received. It has been accumulated but not yet received. You call such income as accrued income. So accrued income is also a non-cash item. So non-cash items are not shown in the receipts and payments account. The next point is that when we record the cash receipts and payments, no distinction is made between the capital and revenue items. So all cash receipts and cash payments are recorded. There is no distinction made between the capital and revenue items. Similarly, no distinction is made whether the amount received or paid is related to the current period or the previous period or the future period. Now let us do the first exercise problem. From the information given below, prepare receipts and payments account of Kurunji Sports Club for the year ended 31st of December 2018. Cash in hand on 1/1/2018. This is the opening balance of cash 4,000. Salaries paid 3,000. Life membership fee received 10,000. Subscription received 15,000. Rent received 2,000. Paid for printing charges 2,500. Lockers rent received 1,000. Tournament expenses 14,000. Tournament receipts 14,000. Tournament expenses 10,500. Investments purchased 25,000. Now before we prepare the receipts and payment account, let us just recall the important points. We will start with the opening balance of cash. So as it is a favorable balance, we will start from the receipt side. To balance brought down, we will put that 4,000 cash in hand on the receipt side. Salaries paid, it is a payment, so you will show this on the payment side. Life membership fees received, this comes on the receipt side. Subscription received, receipt side. Rent received, receipt. Paid for printing charges, payment. Locker rent received, receipt. Tournament receipts, receipt. Tournament expenses, payment. Investment purchase, you are buying investments by paying cash. So this comes under the payment side. We will be finding out the closing balance of cash, that is the balancing figure. Now let us move on to the solution. So we are starting with the opening balance of cash on the receipt side 4,000. Into life membership fees received 10,000. To subscription received 15,000. To rent received 2,000. To locker rent received 1,000. To tournament expenses 14,000. Coming back to the payment side. By salaries 3,000, by printing charges 2,500, by tournament expenses 10,500, by investments purchased 25,000. So if we just look up to the totals on the receipt side, we have 46,000, whereas on the payment side only 41,000. So the remaining the difference between the receipt side and the payment side, you have 5,000. That is our balancing figure, which is nothing but the closing balance of cash. In this problem, they didn't give any non-cash items like outstanding expense, accrued income and depreciation. So we need not bother anything. Similarly, bank overdraft is not given. It is just like how we prepare our cash book. All cash receipts will be shown on the receipt side, debit side, and all cash payments will be shown on the credit side. Now let us move on to the second exercise problem. From the information given below, prepare receipts and payments account of Coimbatore Cricket Club for the year ending 31st of March 2019. Bank overdraft 1/4/2018 6,000. Cash in hand 1/4/2018 1,000. Wages paid for ground maintenance 2,000. Subscription received previous year 500, current year 9,600, subsequent year, which means the next year, the following year 400. Wages yet to be paid 2,200, interest on loan paid 2,000, honorarium paid 2,800, water and electricity charges 700, match expenses 2,600, sports material purchase 1,900, match fund receipts 5,200, legacies received 2,000, cash balance closing 300, donation receipt for pavilion 2,000. Just look into the question. The opening balance of cash at bank, we have an unfavorable balance, bank overdraft. So this bank overdraft will be shown on the credit side. So you will be putting by bank balance brought down 6,000. So it will be shown on the payment side, on the credit side. So cash in hand is the opening balance of cash, which is favorable, to be shown on the receipt side. Wages paid for ground maintenance, payment, subscription received. So all the three, previous year, current year, subsequent year, will be shown on the receipt side. Wages yet to be paid. It is a non-cash item. Non-cash items such as depreciation, outstanding expenses, accrued incomes will not be considered for the preparation of receipts and payments account. So we have to ignore this. And interest on loan paid, payment, honorarium paid. So what is meant by honorarium? So honorarium is a remuneration which is paid to a person who is not a regular employee of the organization. We call that as honorarium. So honorarium paid will be shown on the payment side. Water and electricity charges payment, match expenses payment, sports material purchase payment, match fund receipts receipt side, legacies received. What is meant by legacy? So legacy is gift made to a not-for-profit organization by will. You call that as legacies. Legacies received will be shown on the receipt side. Cash balance as on 31st of March 2019 300. Here they have given the closing balance of cash. Okay, the balancing figure will be the closing balance of bank. And donation receipt for pavilion will be shown on the receipt side. So let us move on to the solution now. So to start with, the first item, to balance brought down 1,000, cash balance opening. And as I told you, we have the bank overdraft that will be shown on the payment side by bank balance brought down 6,000, shown on the payment side. Then we have to subscription received. So all the three, previous year, current year and subsequent year, 10,500 is the total. Put it on the receipt side. And match fund receipts 5,200. To legacy is received 2,000. To donation received for pavilion 2,000. Coming back to the payment side, as I told you, the first item is the bank overdraft by balance brought down. As it is an unfavorable balance, we will show that on the payment side. And by wages paid for ground maintenance 2,000, by interest on loan paid 2,000, by honorarium paid 2,800, water and electricity charges 700, match expenses 2,600, sports materials purchase 1,900, They have already given the closing balance of cash 300. So if we just see the totals of the receipt side, you get 20,700. The difference is 2,400 balancing figure. That will be the closing balance of bank. Able to understand? One item we have left, which is the outstanding wages yet to be paid, will not come in receipts and payments account. So we have to ignore that item. Able to follow this? So we will look into the remaining problems in the next class. Thank you.